It's the kind of news that makes you stop scrolling and just smile. Wang and Shen Yue's family has just grown in the most beautiful way. Before we get into all the details of this incredible moment, please make sure you hit that subscribe button so you never miss an update about this couple's journey. Trust me, you'll want to be along for every chapter of it. When the headlines first started appearing this morning, I think most of us had to do a double take. Twins? Dylan in tears? Shen Yue gives birth? For a couple who have been so careful about protecting their private life, this was a rare, open glimpse at something truly life-changing. And according to multiple people close to the couple, those joyful tears we've been reading about weren't staged or scripted, they were the real, overwhelming emotions of two young parents stepping into an even bigger world of love. Imagine the scene for a second. After hours in the hospital, the quiet hum of machines, the whispered encouragements, the waiting, and then suddenly, the cry of not one but two newborns. People who were present say Dylan's face went from worry to astonishment to pure joy in a heartbeat. He reportedly clasped his hands over his mouth, tears streaming, before he even had a chance to hold them. One nurse described it as a moment you never forget, even if you see hundreds of births. Fans have been talking about how Dylan has always seemed like someone who would be a hands-on dad. His interviews over the years hinted at wanting a family, wanting to create a little world of safety and happiness for his kids. Seeing that dream not only realized but doubled with twins is something no one could have predicted, and it's sending waves of happiness through his fandom. Shen Yue, of course, has been at the center of all this. People close to her say she's doing well, that the birth was smooth and the babies are healthy. The idea of her as a mother of twins is almost storybook, the sweet, down-to-earth actress who captured hearts on screen now holding two tiny hearts in her arms off screen. Even without an official photo yet, you can feel the warmth of that image. The most touching part of the story, though, isn't just the babies. It's the way Dylan reportedly reacted. This isn't the kind of celebrity birth announcement where a PR rep posts a black and white hand photo and calls it a day. This was raw. Witnesses said he kept whispering thank you to Shen Yue, over and over, holding her hand, looking at the babies, back to her, almost in disbelief. One person described him as grateful beyond words. That word, grateful, is exactly what headlines are picking up on because it captures the feeling of the moment. And fans are echoing that gratitude back. Social media has exploded with congratulations, with people writing messages like, "We watched Dylan and Shen Yue fall in love, now we're watching their family bloom, and two babies, double the blessing." It's rare to see a comment section so unified in joy instead of speculation or drama, but this story seems to have broken through the noise and just given people something happy to rally around. There's also an undercurrent of nostalgia. Longtime fans remember when Dylan was just starting out, when Shen Yue was the fresh face of a hit drama. To see them now, side by side in a hospital room, welcoming twins, feels like closing a circle. It's not just a celebrity update, it's a reminder of time passing and people growing. What happens next? Well, sources say Dylan is already rearranging his schedule to spend more time at home. He's reportedly asked for certain shoots to be delayed and is even building a small nursery space near his current set so he can be closer. That level of commitment isn't always easy in the entertainment industry, but people who know him say it's exactly what they expected. He's all in, one friend said. Family comes first now. Shen Yue, too, is said to be focusing on rest and bonding. Those first few weeks with newborns, and in this case, too, are a whirlwind of sleepless nights, soft cries, and tiny milestones. It's the kind of time you never get back, and fans are hoping she feels no pressure to rush back to work. In fact, comment threads are full of people saying things like, "Take your time, we'll be here when you're ready," and "Family first, career can wait." Another interesting part of this story is how private they still are, even in the middle of sharing. No official baby names yet. No clear photos. Just hints and soft confirmations. It creates this feeling of intimacy, like we're peeking through a little window they've opened rather than having a spotlight shoved in our faces. It also protects the baby's privacy, something fans seem to respect. And maybe that's what makes this moment so powerful. In a world where celebrity lives can feel like a performance, this doesn't. It feels like a young couple, overwhelmed by love and gratitude, letting their supporters know that something beautiful has happened. Dylan's tears aren't for the cameras, they're for the life he and Shen Yue have built and the 2 new lives they're now responsible for. You can almost picture the first family photo when it finally comes. Dylan and Shen Yue, maybe sitting on a sofa or a bed, each holding a baby, eyes tired but glowing, smiles soft. No filters, no sponsors, just them. And when that happens, you already know the internet will explode again, not with criticism but with heart emojis and congratulations. As the hours rolled on after the birth, people close to the couple say the hospital room was filled with soft laughter, quiet tears, and that strange, almost magical hush that happens when a huge life moment sinks in. Dylan reportedly went from crying to laughing to just sitting silently, holding one tiny hand in each of his own. Shen Yue, exhausted but glowing, kept looking between her babies and her husband with what one friend called the proudest smile she's ever had. What makes this even more touching is that both Dylan and Shen Yue have come from relatively ordinary families. They've talked in interviews about how their parents worked hard to give them a chance, how they wanted to build something stable before starting a family of their own. This twin birth isn't just a headline, it's the culmination of years of quiet planning, of promises made between 2 people to create a safe and loving home before anything else. Fans have noticed that Dylan's social media bio quietly changed the same day, just a small heart emoji and the number 4. People are speculating it's a nod to the 4 of them now: Dad, Mom, Baby 1, Baby 2. We don't know names, genders, or anything beyond the fact that they're healthy and that their parents are overjoyed. And honestly, that's enough. That's the story. 2 tiny new people, a mom and dad in awe, a fandom collectively crying happy tears behind their screens. I think what I love most about this story, as someone who has been following them and sharing these updates with you, is how universal it is. You don't have to be a Dylan Wang fan to understand the power of that moment in the delivery room. You don't have to know Shen Yue's filmography to picture her holding her babies for the first time. This is human stuff. This is life. And maybe that's why the word grateful keeps coming up. Dylan's grateful for Shen Yue. Shen Yue's grateful for healthy babies. Fans are grateful for a positive story in a feed full of bad news. I'm grateful to be able to share it with you. In a way, this isn't just their moment, it's become a shared moment of joy. So as we all wait for the next update, maybe a tiny glimpse of the twins, maybe just another heartfelt message, let's hold on to that feeling. Because in the end, that's what makes following this couple so rewarding. It's not just gossip or headlines. It's watching real people hit milestones that remind us of our own lives, our own families, our own gratitude. And if you're new here and you want to keep following this journey, please make sure you're subscribed. The next time Dylan or Shen Yue share a post, we'll be right here to talk about it, celebrate it, and feel it together. This is more than celebrity news, it's a story of love, growth, and now, double the joy with 2 tiny new lives. And honestly, I can't think of anything better to share with you today.